So we will begin our meeting. I'd like to call to order the Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau Advisory Committee meeting. We begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Sorry.
Moving on to our moment of silence.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Camina.
Morning, Ms.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing well, thank you. Okay, our moment of silence is completed. Now moving on to our roll call. We begin with Raymond Camina,
Present.
Gabriel Castillo,
It's here. He left his son.
Elizabeth Flores. I'll go back to Elizabeth in a little bit.
She has to be excused, Madam Chair.
Yes. Moving on to Maribel Garcia, Judith Gutierrez, Omar Minjas.
Present. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Salo Otero,
Here.
Marisa Ramirez, present, and Magali Rodriguez.
Present.
We do have one of our members who is asking for an excused absence, which is Elizabeth Flores. She has a doctor's appointment today.
I
Do we
would
have a
move
motion
to
for
excuse her
excusing?
absence. Yes, I would move to motion to excuse her absence.
I second.
Motion carries for Elizabeth Flores' excused absence. Thank you. Moving on to our public and citizen comments. Do we have any to bring to our meeting today?
Not at this time, Madam Chair.
Thank you. On page 2, we have our minutes from the December 2nd, 2021 meeting for approval.
I move that we approve the minutes as read.
Yes.
Do we have a second motion?
I second.
I second it.
Motion carries to approve the minutes for the December 2nd, 2021 minutes. Then now we're reviewing the year-to-date financial statements, which is page 5.
So, Madam Chair, it's our budget, our financial budget is statements. It's in page 5, 6, and 7. And, we're doing good. The one that we added was page 6. So if you look at page 6 on your packet,
Yes.
you have a breakdown of our budget. And as per the committee, they had asked to provide for us to provide a more detailed
Yes.
description of our budget. So everything looks good. The only thing that I wanted just to clarify is with the original budget to the amended budget, the difference is the rollover that we had. As you know, we have the project that we're doing upstairs, which is in Portal meeting space. That's one of the biggest portion of what got rolled over. That's why it increased our amount for budget, and the other is the media contracts that we have. As you know, we go through calendar year from this January through December. Our budget is from October to September.
Yes.
So, we normally do that in a way that when we're getting new contracts for the next fiscal year, we have to make sure that we have enough months that we'll be able to still promote Laredo, either in the US and Mexico. So that's why we always have, you see a rollover on that. So the two biggest things that you see that are part of that rollover, that's why your budget increase was those two things, those two factors.
Okay.
Does have any questions regarding?
I'd like to thank you all for providing this information to us. We normally don't have this information, so thank you so much for putting this together. Does anybody have any questions on the breakdown of the budgets? The different line items or anything like that? Which is on page 6 and 7 and 7 has all the occupancy taxes collected.
Yes, we collected, so we're doing good.
On the financials? If not, we'll move. Hi, Judy.
Hey, Judy,
I don't know if you want to put your
the mute.
there you go. I'd like to make note that Judy has joined our meeting at this time. Judy Gutierrez. Okay, beginning, going over the activity report, we begin with the director's report. I believe Joel will be reviewing that, which is on page 8.
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair. The Eileen's report, our director's report is in page 8, 9, a little bit of 10.
Mhm.
Basically, what I wanted to highlight was our paisano operations. It was really involved with the whole CVB was really involved together with management and mayor and council on the whole operations and obviously working with the consul, Mexican consulate and our counterparts in Mexico as well. But we had a press conference, we had several meetings, and then we hosted a caravan. I think it was December the 7th and 8th. They started showing up here on the 7th, and then they left on the 8th. Then we had our regular paisano operation that happened the 17, 18, and 19. We had for the caravan, we saw a little bit over 1,000 vehicles, so there was a lot of people here. I know Reina and Vero were there helping out and with the whole operations. We ended up doing the event. This was the first time that we did the caravan at the same Saro Arena. In years past, it has been at the San Bernardo Walmart location, there by San Bernardo and where the Chili's and Home Depot and Academy and that Walmart. But knowing that we were going to be expecting, since people hadn't traveled, we were expecting more people. And so management approved to use the arena, their parking space, and it worked out pretty good. There was a lot of people. So I think it was a good, those 2 days were really good for the community. I know people, they were doing their last shopping and everything was very successful. And then at the Modulo Paisano Mile Market 13, we didn't see as many people as we thought we've seen in the past. We saw close to 1,000 people. Those are just the people that go into the tent and they get their copies of their permits, their passports, and they do all the immigration documents. Obviously, they have more people with them on their vehicles, but at least the people that walked in, we got close to 1,000. But I think overall it went pretty good, with the different departments that we partnered. And so it went pretty successful. So that's one of the things that I wanted to highlight. I'm not sure if you have any other questions regarding Eileen's report.
Does anybody have any questions? Okay, then just moving right on to the assistant director's report, which is Joel's report, which is on page 11. Joel?
Madam Chair, my reports on page 11 and 12. One of the things that I wanted to highlight was that we saw several, we had several tournaments within the month of December and January for Border Olympics. A few of them had to be canceled. We did have a host of girls and boys high school basketball. That was the first week of December, but we ended up canceling the girls soccer due hosting the first time again after 2008. I think that was the last time we hosted the boys soccer. It got canceled due to the freeze that we had, and obviously the increases of COVID cases as well. We're seeing how the school districts are taking their initiatives and trying to, for the safety of their kids, not to travel. So as of right now, we still have baseball, softball, university golf, track and field, the boys and girls golf tournaments that are going to happen. As of right now, we haven't been informed, but as soon as we got notification, we make sure to inform the hotels that those tournaments had been canceled, and so we were reaching out to the hotels as well. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to highlight. I'm not sure if you guys have any questions regarding my report.
Joel, I was looking on page 12 under the
Yes.
rate sheet under the Border Olympics Boy High School
Mhm.
soccer tournament. I don't know, there's a date of January the 19th through the 21st of 2021. Is that
Yeah, no,
correct? 2021?
that should have been, no, that was a typo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's 2022, and that was the one that was actually canceled.
Yes, okay.
Leading to that week of canceled, like literally they canceled like a day or two before the tournament because of the freeze, which I don't think there was so much of a freeze here, but
Yes.
we were projecting. But yeah, that's a typo. Sorry for that.
No, that's okay. I just want a clarification on that.
Yeah,
There was a freeze at City Hall.
yeah.
Mhm. Does anybody have any questions for Joel on his report? If not, we'll move over to the services coordinator, Veronica Gamboa's report, which is on page 13.
Good morning. I believe Miss Judy has a question for Joel.
I just wanted to ask Joel, what was the total amount of conferences and events that were canceled that are going to impact, I guess, the initial amount of conference that we were supposed to have. I don't know if you have that number.
Two tournaments, which was the girls soccer and the boys soccer. About room nights, and for both tournaments, we were looking about, close to 500, 600 room nights that was going to be impacted. The bigger ones are the track and field, the baseball is really big. I know right now in the baseball, they normally bring about 50 teams, and now we're at 32, about 32 teams. So we're seeing an effect, but we're hoping that with WBCA that the events are still not canceled, that we're hoping that WBCA will be able to bring people in, and obviously with all the restrictions, but the safety protocols that we're taking, but we're hoping as of right now, the spin, the ones have been canceled. On the meeting side, the ones that we have are still like the seat conference that you see there. They were expecting for 220 attendees. As of right now, we have about 130 people registered. So we're seeing that people are coming, but are less. So the amounts are less. So we're seeing, it is going to be an impact for the city and the community and the hotels, but not as what we were projecting. From 220 or 200 people to 130, you're looking about 70 people that could be shopping. They could do so many things on the city's economy. So we're seeing a little bit of less people traveling, but I think as of right now, they're still coming. So, which is a good thing, but not on the volumes that we thought they were going to be here.
I would like to also check and see what you all are planning to do for Semana Santa. I know that in other markets on the border where we're at, we've gotten lists from the CVBs there to on hotels that we offer our customers that are planning to come.
Mhm.
And we on our own have a list of restaurants that are our customers. And we also keep that list and we share it with our IBC customers when they're coming down. So I think you all should probably consider that. I don't know if you already have it in mind. Maybe you already have something put together. If you do, that's great. And I wish you would share it with some of us. I know that other financial institutions are in the same boat. They're expecting customers that are going to be coming in for Semana Santa to do financial business that they were not able to do before, but they're coming in. They're already making appointments. We've talked about that with on our international departments. So I think it would behoove you all, if you haven't done it already, like I said, maybe it's already a done deal. But if you can share that with us, I would recommend that you share it with all the banks. Vantage, Falcon, PNC, all of them have foreign customers that will probably be coming. On the island, we also got, actually there, we took it a step further and we actually collected the names of condos that were available for rentals also. And we're having a Mariscada in Brownsville for our customers to come to as well. And we're offering them information and we're offering the retailers in that area to come and visit. We're not going to set up booths because it's too much to set up booths, but we have an outdoor Mariscada during Semana Santa, usually when they come in. We usually have a golf tournament too, but we're not doing the golf tournament this year, but we're invited. Give out whatever they want to give out or just information. So just food for thought that maybe we should step that up now because it's something that we could probably start disseminating. I know we have an active list. We don't share the list, unfortunately, because it's part of a bank policy, but I don't mind sharing that with our customers, any information you all might have.
Sounds good. Yeah, I know in that we plan a big event in Monterrey. Our marketing team, Selena and Reina, and I know that, and with Casa Laredo, we do a big push over there as well. So we're gonna be pushing that out. But
And you know, that's great, but
Mhm.
I know we focus on Monterrey, but I don't know what the rest of you that are in the hospitality field understand, but you know, our foreign customers, our foreign visitors go beyond Monterrey, you know, and they're from all over. Like our customers, honestly, I would say, because we've looked at that as well through our demographics, maybe about 15% are Monterrey. We have people from Aguascalientes, from Guanajuato, from Veracruz, from so many other places that are not going to get to see this, you know. And I think we have to. And yeah, I think you all do utilize your social media, but I think the social media should also probably have something in Spanish that focuses to those customers that are going to be coming in, and maybe talk about Semana Santa and maybe start promoting that now too as well, because reservations are being made now.
Yeah,
This is the time to be promoting that type of thing. Esperamos a sus visitas y los, you know, whatever, you know, nuestros amigos de México, estamos listos para atenderlos. You know, Spanish stuff is very important and they feel very, I know for us, our ratings went up tremendously on social media when we did a Spanish video, just saying, aquí estamos para ustedes. That's all we said. And we had like 30 of our international officers do the video. We emailed it out and they were responding like crazy to us. And I was shocked to see so many customers from all over Mexico responding to us just from that video.
Yeah, no, it makes a difference. Yeah, no, and we definitely are planning something, and I know Selena and Reina could talk more about that because they're the ones that oversee that. But we'll definitely do something. And I know that we are partnering as well with the chamber as well, the Chamber of Commerce. We're working with Gabby as well. So in the previous meetings that we've had with her, so obviously do something and promoting as well. Thank you.
Okay, good recommendations, Mr. Castillo. Thank you so much for that. Veronica, I guess we're ready to move on to your report on page 13.
Good morning, everybody. It seems
Good morning.
a long time that I've seen any of you, but I'm back. Well, my report's on page 13. I know that the past meeting, you request, there was a request for holiday market numbers. Those are on page 14 to 15. That's the sales. They're actually done by state and country or cities, depending on how they registered. For the holiday market, the total sales were $100,704 dollars. It was a little below what we do usually in Sister Cities Festival. This event, obviously, it was, I guess, a blessing in disguise for the pandemic. We had canceled the previous 2 years for Sister Cities due to the pandemic, and now we expand, and we saw the opportunity to expand as well, because we had already had spoken that before the pandemic that we were needed to expand the program, so or the festival. So this holiday market was a hit. We also partner up, besides with the outlet shops that they were amazing. There was 2 events going on Saturday. Besides the holiday market, we had the farmers market in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the Consulado Mexicano had an event for to celebrate 5 de noviembre. I mean, 20 de noviembre. As full as it was that weekend. So if you could, there's a breakdown of how they did. We had 73 booths that were in 3 different suites. We had downstairs as the food. The food hall was packed. I wish I would have added the photos of having when we were there, but it was a great event. People were very happy. There were the people that attended the event, and they will see us in our uniforms. I had a couple of people say, thank you for bringing them back. We missed our sister cities. So this event, we're planning to do it again this coming year. And I think November worked. That we had beautiful weather. Fingers crossed that would happen this year. With Texas weather, we don't know, but that's why we moved into suites. So in case anything the weather would not permit to be outside, we were able to continue hosting it. So I don't know if you have any questions, and of course, preparing for Sister Cities 2022. I think I sent you the sponsorship, Gabriel.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
So Veronica, the Sister Cities is programmed for July 15th through the 17th for 2022, right?
Yes, that's correct. I've spoken to Hispanic International, where we do a little investigation on other festivals that happen in that same month that our exhibitors attend. So it works the best for those days. So we're moving forward.
The only thing I wanted to add is that when you start your publicity, once again, please share any type of flyer or information, because I think it's already gotten notoriety from surrounding areas. I think Cotula, Encinal, Roma, Zapata, I mean, all these other places have heard about this because we've had people ask us about it. And so I think it would probably be, I know you already get a big crowd, but the crowd could probably be even bigger once they see that. And I'm not sure about this, but does everyone accept credit cards, or they don't? They don't.
No, well, every booth does not have, since their banks are from Mexico. So when people would see a foreign bank, they would cancel or they would, call their banks and say, no, it was not me. But no, we do actually for the holiday market, and we saw it worked. We had a booth because Hispanic International gives them, they put a credit card machine, and they have slips. So we have a system where whoever doesn't have, if they have a bank from the US, they could use it with, their Square or whatever. That's the thing. But if they don't have one, mind you, some of these exhibitors are the artisans, and some of them are still they still speak dialect, so they sometimes it's really hard for them to open an account to understand how it works, or they are just not used to it, and they're not in. Some people are not interested in banks still in Mexico, so what we do, Hispanic International does put a port the card machine and we had him in the booth this time, and it worked fantastic because people didn't have to go like the way in the arena, they had to go all the way to the front, and then you have the volunteer take their stuff.
Right.
This time they just turned around and it was right there. So maybe we're gonna put different points of credit card machines inside the bowl as well as the food area at the arena.
And just so you know, we also recorded that our Jacam, the last time we had the arena event, the Jacaman branch had a lot of activity for people cashing money because the that was kind of an interesting dynamic there, but we're also preparing for that at the Jackman because we figure they're going to be doing that. You know, they don't have enough cash and they want to pay for stuff, but that's what we're going to be kind of pushing as well is and pesos too, because I don't know if if the vendors get paid immediately for their sales.
Yes, it's a easy transaction. It takes some as soon as the event is done, they start doing a calculation, and it comes into 3 days
But they
into
get
their
paid
bank
in
account.
dollars.
Days, I
But
think.
they get paid in dollars.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so we may offer them peso exchange if they want to take it back in pesos.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could add that. We actually have exhibitor uh agenda for them. So if you want to send me the information, I could add it in that as well. Or if you have a flyer, we could add it to their exhibitor bags.
Yeah, just in case that helps them. I mean, that might be
Of
helpful
course.
to
I
them.
mean, it's hard for them to do exchange in Mexico because with the insecurity, if they see them going to somewhere and they have cash and they have to take it out to exchange it, that would help them a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes. Does anybody have another question? Oh, okay. So then, additional to the marketing that you have mentioned, Mr. Castillo, we I was gonna ask most of my sponsors that, like Falcon does a billboard, so does the outlets at ours. I could share the artwork with you, and if you want, if it's possible, we could also add those if you have any billboards. Additional presence.
Yeah, I'll send you the dimensions. I don't know if if you have a graphic designer that's doing yours, but if you do, then we like to keep them as simple as possible because I know some people want to put all the information just like they do in a flyer, and it doesn't work. You know, you need to just keep the dates and the times and that it's free so people can just the main stuff, like
Yeah.
that it stands out. So yeah, I'll put it on all three of them, which is commerce, the highway, and the bridge.
Yeah, that we will appreciate that, as well as we do have postcards, and I have the electronic postcards, which most of the time I have sent to the different agencies. We know that Laredo has, for locals, we have the biggest employers are this obviously the city, county, UISD, LISD, and obviously federal agencies. So I have all the PIOs information, so I send those to them. But I also could send it to you, so you could send it to your customers as well if that's something that you would like. And that's easier than delivering. So, anybody else has any other questions?
No other questions. Then moving on to the marketing manager's report, Selena Villarreal, which is on page 18. Hi, Selena.
Hi, Marisa. Good morning.
Morning.
And Gabriel, just to go ahead and touch on the semester motion that you were talking about. So yes, Joel is correct. We do in-person whatchamacallit. We do have in-person presence over in Mexico City and in Monterrey. But I know you want us to go ahead and reach out to those that are here, locally and, that are already in Laredo that, might come in without a hotel reservation, need restaurant information. So by any chance, would it be possible for IBC and us to partner up so we can use y'all's locations to distribute visitor guides I know I've gone into several of your locations and you've got, local magazines that are there along with realtor books. But I would, I'd like to just know if it's possible to go ahead and make, take a couple visit guides, and that way that's already the full listing of the hotels in town, the restaurants, the attractions, and just gives them a little bit more, info after they're already here in town,
Oh, yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, so
Bring them here to my office and then we'll take them from here.
Okay, perfect. And we are, social media. First off, I did see IBC's channel, and I love that y'all started incorporating like little cooking segments. I thought that was really great. I thought, y'all were definitely getting some engagement on that. But we do try to even out, the promotion being to the US market and the Mexico market. And 'cause we do sit obviously, both markets, both segments are very important here to Laredo. And keeping the promotion of Laredo, if you'll notice on pages 22 to 30, in December, we had several social media influencers that visited us from Mexico. And the results from that visit, which was December 1st, 2nd, we garnered a total of 613 new followers. And that's a combination to our Facebook page as well as our Instagram account. While the influencers were here, we obviously always the restaurant side, the retail side, hotels. They did touch on the ones that were able to get vaccinated, on the process of getting vaccinated while they're here in Laredo. And they did some nature trails as well at the Lake Casablanca International State Park. And they just so happened that the trip coincided with Navidad Fest over at the Sames Auto Arena. So they got to see the ice on the arena, Santa Claus and the Grinch and other little local amenities and, attractions. And they just thought it was the best thing, and, something different that, people weren't aware that Laredo does do that little, Christmas touch to promote something else to do while you're here in Laredo.
Mhm.
And the reason I'm including the majority of public relations efforts right now is because we are receiving our media contracts for this fiscal year. We're modifying placements and making sure that we're, everywhere that we need to be at the right time and in the proper publications. But as a complimentary service, the Zimmerman Agency does include PR pushes. And right now, the PR pushes are strengthened with the Birding Festival, with Washington's birthday celebration, and anything that might come up. Like for instance, I know Marisa, I shared with you guys that this week we did receive a push for a Valentine's romance package. And this came in after the reports were already sent out. But Laredo did make a list of the top 6 Valentine's destinations, with La Posada offering a romance package for your weekend stay. And all of that, is included as a service with our agency and our Mexican agency, which I unfortunately did not include. But they are also pushing WBCA festivities, specifically the air show, which is very popular in that. And we are fielding, or I guess feeling out how exactly the Birding Festival is doing over there with another promotion. The Birding Festival actually started yesterday. I was able to attend the opening reception that was hosted by the Webb County Heritage Foundation at the Border Heritage Museum. There were about 100 birders. I was able to talk to several from Georgia, Mississippi, Wisconsin. Some are first-time birders here in Laredo. Some have been here for the past 5 years. I want to say there's a birder that has been here for the 10 years that the festival has been going on. And it was nothing but just great praise about Laredo, about the service, about how friendly the people are, how amazing the food is, how colorful the birds are. And, Marisa, just so you know, that they just spoke, nothing but positive about the hotel. And
Thank you.
specifically,
That's
one
great.
of one of the birders that I spoke with, he's like, you know, this just knocks the socks off of any Sheraton, any Hilton, any chain brand. And they just love the historical charm to the property.
Yeah, that's always our mission there at the hotel, is always to do our best to accommodate really everybody's needs to the best that we can. So thank you for those positive comments. Thank you.
Yes, no, you're welcome. And for next month, we will go ahead and include a report on the birding festival. So I'll be able to have more and more complete information on the promotion, on the people that got here, where it is they came from, and an overall bird count that they share with us as well.
That's great.
Amen. Great job. Yes.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. So any other questions for Selena? If not, we're gonna move over to the Monterrey office, which we have Samuel and Selena, which is on page 34.
Morning, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
we've missed you all these several months that we haven't seen you.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta come to Laredo soon, hopefully.
Going, we for sure we're gonna be there very soon.
Okay.
On our Monterrey report, we would like to highlight that we continue with our we're in season 2, okay, of our Facebook Live streams, and some of the Facebook Live with more audience that we had was Vacúnate en Laredo. We were talking about the vaccines availability for tourists going from Mexico, from Ciudad de Mexico or Monterrey, okay, to get the booster. And also, we're also promoting a lot the vaccines for kids, okay, for children between the 5 and 12 years old, because those kinds of vaccines are not available here in Mexico, okay. So we're promoting that every time we can. And we also had another show, another stream talking about WBCA events happening during this month. Okay, so we give a lot of promotion to that, to invite people to be part of the festivities of the Washington Birthday celebration. Okay, as you can see on the first page, some persons visited our office to get their prizes, because in every stream that we have by Facebook Live, we have a dynamic in which we have some questions. So the persons that are live with us in our streams, if they answer correctly, they will get a souvenir, okay, from us, from Laredo, Texas, and they will pay a visit to Casa Laredo and receive it. As you can see, some of the winners, there are some pictures there, okay?
Very nice.
I would also like to highlight, okay, about the events, as in previous meetings that we have already mentioned this. As long as there's an event in which we can participate, we're going to be there. As long as there's a market, okay, that we can attack. In this case, it's continued to be the golf tournaments. Golf Club on December the 4th, okay, to promote the max. As you can see some pictures there, every player receives a bag, okay, a little bag with souvenirs, okay, and some items from the max, and also make the invitation for those players to visit Laredo and play at the max. In this case, these players were from Saltillo, Coahuila, and there's already some big interest from those players to visit Laredo, okay, and play at the max. We've been in touch with Dennis, okay, and with some hotels in Laredo to provide a package for those players. So once they're in Laredo, there's like just one payment they have to make and get the whole package about the hotel night, and also the green fees to play at the max.
Has that market grown somewhat, like over the years? Have you seen the increase on people that are interested into coming to Laredo and come and do golf here in Laredo over the years?
Yes, we've seen some interest, okay, but to be honest, it's kind of difficult to measure, okay, because these kind of people, they're not willing, even before the pandemic, they're not willing to travel like in groups. So we don't have this tool, okay, to like approve of the one bus or two buses from golf players went to Laredo to play. Okay.
Okay.
We go to these events, we promote, and there's always a group. Uh, and most of the cases, they are for foursome. They call it foursome. Okay, foursome tournament for players, and Selene and myself get the attention from them. Okay, and they're always like, "Hey, where's that the max?" I've been into Laredo. Travel. I don't know. They will mention where you're planning to go next month or in 2 months. So we
Okay.
provide the Casa Laredo information, the Max and the Mandel information, and we also hand in some business cards. Okay, we always tell them if you have any doubts about hotel reservations, okay, about the green fees, any doubt you have about Laredo or the Max, about your trip, anything we can help you with, we're available. Okay, but it's hard to measure how many
Okay.
players and in which a weekend, okay, they're traveling to Laredo, but of course that we see interest in every tournament that we participate.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that information.
You're welcome. I don't know if you have any questions about the rest of the report.
Anybody have any other questions? So as far as discussion and announcements, our next meeting is for March the 3rd. And I don't know if we have any announcements besides that to bring to our meeting today.
Madam Chair, may I make a couple of announcements?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see, what day is it? Friday, the Stockman's Hall, sponsored by Border Olympics. It's over at Casablanca. It's still on. And like anything during COVID, the attendance or the table sales is way down, but it's still on. $60 a couple, and it is for to benefit Border Olympics. And then on the 4th, the Women's City Club, those ladies do a heavenly job of now really hurting because they haven't been able to have fundraisers. Get a pulled pork sandwich with the drink and chips, nombre, and those girls do a great job of cooking them. So I'm sure they'll have tickets there as you drive by. So on Saturday from 11 to 2 to help the Women's City Club. And Women's City Club has been around a long time. And those girls, I'm telling you, man, anything they cook is good.
Okay, Mr. Otero, thank you so much for that announcement. Any other announcements we need to bring to our meeting today?
Okay, mine is not so much an announcement, but I wanted to make a comment regarding Nuevo Laredo bringing a new airline for direct flights to Mexico City. Viva Aerobus is gonna be doing flights, direct flights to Mexico City 3 times a week. I'm just, wanting to share that information in case you haven't heard the news. And to echo a little bit of what Gabriel was saying, I think now more than ever, we need to have a stronger presence in Mexico City. We have seen an increase of people coming from Mexico City. So, and now having that airline that it's so popular in Mexico, I think might increase the possibility of having more traffic, not only going there, but also coming here. So just a food for thought.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Molly. That's good information.
Yeah. The other thing for I guess Selena and Ana Reina is there's a video going on social media on these bloggers, or they have a Facebook or YouTube show. Adrian Marcelo, and there's a show going on where they talk about Laredo and they compare and they say, why do people want to go to Laredo? And I think it would be something like to find a way to respond to them, you know, I don't know, maybe in the comments or something coming from Laredo. I don't know if it's something that you wanna share with the marketing agencies. I shared the video with Eileen. I can share it with somebody else if anybody else wants to see it.
Is that
So
the one, Magali?
where are they from, Magali?
They're from Monterrey, I think.
I know that guy. Is Magali? Is that the one where he's talking to a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, and they talk about the experiences of going to different stores, like going to Ross, to TJ Maxx, but yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah, but what doesn't really make us any favor is when he says, "Why does anybody want to go to Laredo? Para qué iría alguien a Laredo?" And that's, I don't know. At least the way I saw it, I thought it was bad promotion for Laredo. But you know, I don't know. It's something if you wanna share it and see if there's anything to do there. If not, you know, it's okay. Like it's not the worst thing, right?
Thank you, Magali.
You're welcome.
You know, sometimes it's best to keep those videos at bay because we don't want to add further promotion. We know that everybody speaks and everybody has their opinions.
Yeah.
You know, we will monitor, you know, what it is that what they are regurgitating. And unfortunately, I know that a majority of that is just is false. We know, yeah. We know that there isn't any actual, you know, facts to that, but you know, I will monitor that and I will share with ADS and just see what's there. But I believe in this moment, any type of reaction from our office will just give them more views and more interactions, which is what
really I know that we work with other influencers, so it can be like a creative way of, you know what, let's invite you and let's show you why you want to come to Laredo. Like you know, I'm not saying to engage in any other type of situation, right? Like I know that that wouldn't be smart, but there's creative ways, right? Like that we can turn it into positive. Like, but yeah, I just wanted to share it here.
No, that's good information to know, definitely.
And I agree with Magali. I mean, you know, we can't, you know, we need to find a way to be creative about it. But, and then I do agree with Selena also, once you engage them, you open the door and then you go, I mean, that's what they want, to have some input, you know, once you open the door for them. And, you know, I don't think that we should do that. I mean, it's a no-win situation, to be quite honest, because they have all the time in the world to be blogging or to be talking, and you know, the more you engage them, the more that's más, you know, más bueno, like they say, you know. So we'll see. You know, I think that there's a creative way, you know, that then let's find it and see if there's a way that we can put a positive spin on their negative views.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
To bring to our meeting today? If not, do we have a motion to adjourn
I
our?
move that we adjourn.
I second it.
Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for attending today's meeting and taking the time to share your thoughts and views with everyone.